Did you ever stop to think that Condoleezza Rice is not just known for being the first black woman U.S. Secretary of State? Believe it or not, she's also living a surprisingly lavish billionaire lifestyle that most people don't know about. Behind all the headlines and historic moments, there's a side of her life that's rarely seen. Today, we're lifting the veil on this incredible story. Ready to be surprised? Let's jump right in. Condoleezza Rice is a name that stands for American strength, diplomacy, and sharp intellect. As the first black woman to hold the roles of National Security Advisor and Secretary of State, she broke barriers and changed the game for women and minorities aiming for the highest ranks of government. But beyond her impressive public career, Rice has quietly built considerable wealth and crafted a lifestyle marked by luxury and influence. Condoleezza Rice's net worth is estimated to be around $14 million as of 2025. Not quite a billionaire level, but her wealth and lifestyle reflect the significant influence and opportunities her career has afforded her. A large part of her income comes from her role as director of Stanford's Hoover Institution, where she earns about $300,000 a year. Beyond that, she sits on the boards of major companies like Dropbox and C3 AI, which not only pay substantial salaries but also provide stock options worth millions. In addition to these roles, Rice earns from consulting, book royalties, and paid speaking engagements. Together, these diverse income streams showcase decades of dedication across politics, academia, and business. Her financial standing allows her to navigate elite circles with the privileges and privacy often associated with much wealthier individuals. So, while she may not be a billionaire, Condoleezza Rice's career has opened doors to a lifestyle marked by power, influence, and opportunity that goes far beyond just the numbers. Condoleezza Rice grew up in the deeply segregated South, where her parents, both educators, instilled in her a strong drive to succeed. From a young age, she was encouraged to learn piano, ballet, and languages, always pushing herself to outwork those around her. This early foundation of discipline and determination helped shape the mindset that carried her all the way to the top. From the very beginning, Condoleezza's childhood was filled with a strong emphasis on education, music, and faith. She started learning French, music, figure skating, and ballet when she was just 3 years old. By the time she was 15, she was already taking piano lessons seriously, nurturing a dream of one day becoming a concert pianist. Growing up in the deeply segregated South, Condoleezza Rice's parents worked tirelessly to protect her from the harsh realities of racial violence that surrounded their community. Yet, they never let those challenges define her. Instead, they instilled in her an unshakable belief in the power of education and the importance of striving for excellence. Her family made significant sacrifices to provide her with opportunities beyond the classroom, enrolling her in piano lessons, ballet classes, figure skating, and even foreign language studies. These experiences didn't just enrich her childhood, they helped shape her into a well-rounded prodigy, excelling in multiple areas and setting the stage for her future success. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 99% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. Thank you so much. Now back to the video. It's not every day you meet someone who can read sheet music as easily as a world map, but Condoleezza Rice is no ordinary leader. From her early days at St. Mary's Academy, Rice stood out for her drive and intellect. By the time she was 15, Condoleezza Rice was already taking college classes.
One special thanks to someone who received an award as one of the great Americans.
She started out studying piano, but soon found her real passion in politics. Fast forward to age 26, she had earned a PhD and was well on her way to becoming one of the most influential voices in U.S. foreign policy. Rice's sharp understanding of Cold War politics didn't take long to get noticed. Pretty soon, she found herself one of the rare young black women sitting at the table where major decisions were made, working closely with presidents and world leaders who respected her perspective. It was the beginning of an incredible journey. Condoleezza Rice's career is a remarkable story of versatility, resilience, and groundbreaking achievement. She has excelled in academia, government, business, and even sports, proving time and again that she can thrive at the highest levels across diverse fields. Rice's role at Stanford went far beyond teaching. She was in charge. As provost, she handled a huge $1 billion budget and turned a big deficit into a solid surplus. Later, she took the helm at the Hoover Institution, earning a top salary and building strong connections in tech and politics. Those years at Stanford really helped her build a reputation as a powerful and effective leader. Imagine being the trusted voice behind some of the most pivotal moments in modern history, guiding presidents through the collapse of the Soviet Union, the reunification of Germany, and the aftermath of 9/11. That's the story of Condoleezza Rice, a woman whose expertise and steady leadership shaped the course of global events. Condoleezza Rice first stepped onto the national stage as an expert on Soviet and Eastern European affairs, joining President George H.W. Bush's National Security Council staff from 1989 to 1991. During this critical period, she played an essential role in navigating the end of the Cold War, helping the U.S. respond to the dramatic collapse of the Soviet Union and the reunification of Germany. Her deep knowledge and clear analysis earned her the trust of top leaders, including President Bush himself.
Well, I think that's true in some context. I mean, it gets so
who famously introduced her to Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev as the person who tells me everything I know about the Soviet Union. In 2001, Rice broke new ground again by becoming the first woman to serve as National Security Advisor under President George W. Bush. She was a steady and influential presence during the turbulent years following the September 11th attacks, helping to shape America's foreign policy and national security strategy. Then, in 2005, she made history once more as the second woman and first black woman to be appointed Secretary of State. Over the next 4 years, Rice traveled extensively, managed complex international crises, and played a central role in defining America's position on the world stage. Condoleezza Rice's influence extends far beyond politics and academics. She's also a powerhouse in the corporate world, where her sharp mind and global experience make her a highly sought-after leader. On top of her academic and government work, Rice has also made her mark in the business world. She sits on boards like Dropbox and C3 AI, where the real money and connections are. These roles come with generous pay, valuable stock options, and a seat at the table with some of Silicon Valley's most influential leaders. It's not just about the paycheck. Positions keep her plugged into the latest in tech and business, making her network and influence even stronger. Condoleezza Rice isn't just a force in politics and business. She's also made her mark in the world of sports, combining passion with sharp business sense. Rice plays an influential role in college football as a member of the College Football Playoff Selection Committee, helping to determine which teams compete for the national championship and shaping the future of the sport. Beyond college football, she's also part of the ownership group of the Denver Broncos, one of the NFL's most high-profile franchises. This unique blend of sports enthusiasm and business savvy highlights yet another dimension of her dynamic career. Growing up in the segregated South wasn't easy, but it shaped Condoleezza Rice's resilience and determination in profound ways.
When the UN Security Council resolution expires on December 31st.
Rice has openly shared how the harsh realities of segregation affected her childhood, including the simple fact that she didn't learn to swim until she was 25 because public pools were off limits to black people. Despite these obstacles, her family made education and self-reliance their top priorities, teaching her that while they couldn't always control the world around them, they could control how they responded to it. As Rice once said, "My family had to persevere under those circumstances to educate all of us and to insist that we might not be able to control our circumstances, but we could control our response." While she recognizes the progress America has made since those days, she also acknowledges that issues of race and poverty remain deeply connected and continue to challenge society today. If you're enjoying this inside look at Condoleezza Rice's life and career, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss out on more stories that inspire and inform. Along the way, she's also made thoughtful real estate choices that reflect her close connections to top academic and professional communities. Back in 1998, she made one of her smartest moves by buying a charming home in Palo Alto, California for around $550,000. Situated close to Stanford University, this wasn't just a place to live. It was a well-thought-out investment with a lot of potential. Fast forward nearly 20 years to 2017, and she sold that same house for an impressive $2.3 million. The huge jump in value shows not only how strong the housing housing market in that area has been, but also her knack for spotting opportunities that can grow wealth over time. Even though the house kept much of its original charm and wasn't fully updated, its prime location and potential for upgrades made it a highly sought-after property. This story really highlights how she managed to balance her academic career with smart financial choices, turning a modest real estate purchase into a valuable asset. It's a great example of how thoughtful investing can pay off in the long run. Condoleezza Rice's connection to Stanford University goes far beyond her roles as a professor and administrators reflected in her real estate choices as well. One of her most notable properties was a 4-bedroom house located right on the Stanford campus in Palo Alto. Rice bought this 2,300 square foot home roughly a decade before selling it, paying around $1.375 million. The house provided a comfortable and convenient living space close to her academic work, underscoring her deep ties to the university.
So I think we eventually have to accept that the values are universal. It's just very hard.
What made this property unique was that it was part of Stanford's faculty housing program, which offers homes to eligible faculty at discounted prices through a ground lease arrangement. Under this system, Stanford retains ownership of the land beneath the house, a common practice designed to keep housing more affordable for faculty members. In June 2018, Rice sold the home back to Stanford for nearly $2 million, specifically $1,962,500. While this was a notable increase from her original purchase price, it remained below the median home price in Palo Alto, which hovers around $2.8 million. The reason for this is that since Stanford owns the land, the property's value is somewhat limited compared to fully owned homes in the area. Stanford's faculty housing program aims to attract and retain top scholars by providing access to homes in an otherwise very expensive market. The university currently owns over 1,000 properties in Santa Clara County under similar ground lease agreements, making this a common arrangement for professors like Rice. The house itself was well suited for a family or academic professional, with 4 bedrooms offering plenty of space. Its prime location on campus gave Rice easy access to her work and to the vibrant Palo Alto community, including shops, restaurants, and public transit. Selling the home back to Stanford was a strategic decision that aligned with university housing policies and Rice's career path, especially as she continued her teaching and research after her government service. This example highlights how Rice's real estate choices have been closely intertwined with her professional life, blending practicality with prestige. Condoleezza Rice's life has always been a whirlwind of travel, mixing the demands of her high-profile role with moments of personal relaxation. During her time as U.S. Secretary of State from 2005 to 2009, she logged countless hours on private jets visiting over 50 countries. Some places saw her more than once. Israel 25 times, the Palestinian National Authority 21, the UK 13, and Egypt 11. These trips were far from ordinary. They were crucial diplomatic missions, carefully planned and executed with a fast-moving schedule. When she wasn't working, Rice enjoyed luxurious family vacations in vibrant cities like Hong Kong, Shanghai, and Beijing, where she could immerse herself in the local culture. Her personal escapes often brought her back to her tranquil homes in Palo Alto, surrounded by lush gardens, waterfalls, and fruit trees, a peaceful haven away from the hectic pace of international affairs. In essence, Rice's travel life is a perfect blend of intense diplomatic work and the comfort of private flights and exclusive getaways, balancing duty with moments of calm and luxury. Rice's travel style favors privacy and comfort, frequently using private or chartered flights. For example, during official visits such as her trip to the Bahamas, she traveled by private jet and received VIP treatment standard for high-ranking officials, but also reflective of the lifestyle she leads. While such travel is costly, it ensures security and efficiency, essential for someone in her position. Beyond official and family trips, Rice's vacations likely include stays at luxury resorts and golf destinations popular among elites, such as those in Hawaii or other top-rated resorts. Although the exact amount she spends on travel isn't publicly known, the combination of private flights, upscale accommodations, and exclusive experiences suggests a considerable investment in comfort and quality. Condoleezza Rice's travel habits mirror her broader lifestyle, a blend of power, sophistication, and a careful balance between work and personal renewal. From navigating complex international diplomacy to unwinding in elegant settings, she exemplifies how to live well on a global scale. Condoleezza Rice's globe-trotting career meant she spent countless hours in the air, often aboard private jets that combined speed, security, and privacy. Whether on official diplomatic missions or personal trips, flying private was a necessity for someone managing complex international affairs. During her time as U.S. Secretary of State, Rice traveled extensively, visiting over 80 countries and logging more than 1 million miles. These trips were often made on private or chartered jets, which are essential for maintaining tight schedules and confidential discussions. Such travel isn't cheap. Depending on the aircraft and frequency, private jet use can easily cost hundreds of thousands to over $1 million annually. For a heavy user like Rice, the expenses reflect the demands of her position and the need for efficient, secure transport. Condoleezza Rice's private jet travels highlight the high stakes and fast pace of her career, where every minute counts and privacy is paramount. After countless hours spent soaring above the clouds in private jets, Condoleezza Rice's taste for comfort and sophistication is equally evident when she's on the road. Condoleezza Rice's choice of cars over the years says a lot about her personality and values. She has a balanced executive style with practicality and a clear eye on the future. For example, her 2008 Cadillac Escalade is a bold, spacious luxury SUV that offers comfort and security perfect for someone constantly in the public eye. It's a vehicle that makes a statement without being flashy, combining elegance with strength. She's also owned a BMW X5e 53, BMW's first luxury SUV, which is known for its sporty handling and refined interior. This car reflects her taste for understated luxury and smart performance, showing she values quality and sophistication over showiness. More recently, Rice has embraced electric vehicles, seen test driving a Tesla Roadster and likely driving a Tesla Model S or a Lucid Air. This shift highlights her forward-thinking mindset and commitment to sustainability, marrying innovation with style. Together, these cars paint a picture of a woman who carefully chooses vehicles that match her blend of professionalism, taste, and a thoughtful approach to the environment. It's not just about status, it's about making choices that reflect who she is and the values she stands for. Whether it's the elegant design of her luxury cars or the sharp tailoring of her outfits, Condoleezza Rice's style quietly reflects the strength and composure she brings to her work. Instead of flashy or trendy outfits, she opts for professionalism and timeless elegance. Think tailored suits and classic accessories that project confidence without being loud. This subtle approach perfectly matches her calm, focused demeanor and the serious role she's taken on the global stage. Her clothing choices strike a balance between sophistication and practicality, designed to keep up with her busy schedule and public duties. Whether she's walking into a high-pressure meeting or attending a formal event, Rice's look is always polished and authoritative, but never over the top. This mix of style and substance strengthens her image as a powerful leader who values quality and quiet confidence over showiness. Condoleezza Rice's shoes and bags reflect the same timeless, practical elegance that defines her overall style. She prefers classic, functional pieces that work well for both travel and public appearances, steering clear of flashy logos in favor of subtle craftsmanship. Her handbags and shoes likely come from luxury brands such as Gucci, Prada, or Celine, with prices typically ranging from $500 for simpler leather accessories to $3,000 or more for high-end designer pieces crafted from premium materials. These choices emphasize quality and versatility, allowing her to maintain a polished look without drawing unnecessary attention. When it comes to skincare, Rice opts for high-quality products that enhance her natural beauty without relying on heavy branding or gimmicks. Her routine likely focuses on maintaining a fresh, radiant complexion that complements her poised public image, reflecting a balance of power and grace. From the timeless elegance of her shoes and bags to the polished simplicity of her hairstyles, Condoleezza Rice Rice's look is all about refined practicality. She often wears her hair in neat shoulder-length styles, either straightened or with soft waves that are easy to maintain yet sophisticated enough for any public appearance or official event. This low-maintenance but elegant approach fits perfectly with her busy schedule. Rice likely visits high-end salons regularly for professional blowouts, straightening treatments, and conditioning sessions, which can cost anywhere from $100 to $300, depending on the stylist and location. She probably uses quality hair care products priced between $30 and $100 to keep her hair smooth and healthy. Her hairstyle, much like her choice of accessories, reflects a balance of grace and authority, simple, polished, and perfectly suited to her role as a confident leader on the world stage. Behind Condoleezza Rice's public persona as a powerful diplomat and scholar lies a private life shaped by deep passions, close friendships, and a commitment to mentorship and giving back. Condoleezza Rice has always kept her personal life very private, and that's because she's made a conscious choice to live life on her own terms. She never married and doesn't have children, not due to chance, but because that's what she wanted. Rice has openly said she'd rather stay single than be in a relationship that didn't feel right. Back in the 1970s, she was briefly engaged to Rick Upchurch, a professional football player, but she ended things when she realized the relationship didn't align with her life and goals. This decision really highlights her strong sense of focus and determination. Instead of following the usual path, Rice carved out a powerful and meaningful life based on her own ambitions and values. She put her career and personal growth first, proving that independence and self-awareness can be just as rewarding as any traditional milestone. Her story is a great example of how success often comes from making deliberate choices, even if they don't fit the typical mold. Beyond her career, Rice has a deep passion for music. She is an accomplished pianist and enjoys sports, particularly football and golf. She is a member of the prestigious Augusta National Golf Club and is part owner of the Denver Broncos football team. Rice's close circle includes longtime friends from academia, politics, and business. She is deeply committed to mentoring young people, especially women and minorities, and actively participates in educational and philanthropic causes. Her personal life is quietly anchored in meaningful relationships, deep faith, and a genuine commitment to giving back, all while she stays out of the public eye. This subtle strength is what makes her story truly captivating. Condoleezza Rice doesn't need to be loud or flashy to show her power. It's reflected in every decision she makes and every step she takes. What really stands out is how she manages to balance humility with influence, carrying an air of mystery that only adds to her remarkable presence. She reminds us that true power often speaks softly but leaves a lasting impression. Condoleezza's story reflects her steady focus and how she shaped her life on her terms. But what if I told you there's another woman whose life is somewhat the opposite of hers? If you need the full story, check out our video on The Secret Billionaire Life of Kim Jong-un's Daughter.